The Naugatuck Greyhounds, with one loss in league play and an overall mark of 7-2-1, feature a balanced high-scoring attack. The Naughty offense is led by option quarterback Gary Pascal, running backs Dave Sweet and Chris Terry, and wide receiver Dave Hayward. The Greyhounds defense is keyed by captains Matt Danielowski and Pete Garbarino. The 5-5 Ansonia Chargers need a win to avert their first losing season since 1969. Ansonia relies on the passing combination of quarterback James Lane to wide receiver Andre Holman and the running of Gordy Piper. Defensively, Ansonia is led by captains Eric Jezelaitis and Emo Brecklin. From Jarvis Field in Ansonia, it's the Naugatuck Greyhounds against the Ansonia Chargers in their traditional Thanksgiving Day battle on Valley Cablevision's High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements along with Buddy Chernovitz. We are coming to you from Jarvis Field in Ansonia. Buddy, Coach Doug Morrell is very frank about it, makes no bones about it. Ansonia has had trouble against an option team earlier in the season against Torrington. Torrington gave Ansonia a lot of trouble with their option offense. The Naugatuck Greyhounds have an excellent option offense. They come at you out of that wishbone, out of the power I. They run the I formation. And Naugatuck can throw the football as well. A lot of problems for Ansonia's defense.
Certainly going to be. There's a lot of responsibility when you're running against the wishbone football team. You've got to take away that three-base play, the inside dive, the quarterback coming outside, and you've got to take away that pitch. With the throwing, it complicates it because you can't really come with 9 men along the line of scrimmage, so it makes it difficult, and it's going to force Ansonia to do some things. We know they're going to change their defensive front a little bit, and it's going to give, hopefully, for Ansonia and Naugatuck a little bit of a problem initially adjusting to it, but it's going to give a different look against the Greyhounds, and hopefully Doug Morrell will get something from it.
Now, on the other hand, Ansonia, we know, is going to likely put that football up in the air, and the Greyhounds at times have been vulnerable against the pass.
We know that the Ansonia Chargers can throw the ball. The field is excellent today considering the rain. It will help or give both offenses the ability to do what they want to do. It'll be up to the defense to try and take it away, and certainly Naugatuck is going to have an afternoon against them if they don't take away that pass.
And we'll be back with Ansonia Naugatuck football in the 86th renewal of this series right after these messages. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Jarvis Field in Ansonia. That is the setting of the 86th renewal of this Ansonia Naugatuck high school football game, traditionally played on Thanksgiving Day. Yours truly, Ed Clements, along with Buddy Chernovitz, happy to send this game along to you on this, our Valley Cablevision High School Football Game of the Week. Buddy Chernovitz, we have the Naugatuck Greyhounds coming in here today with a record of 7-2-1, and the Ansonia Chargers struggling in the year of 1986, a record of 5-5. What do you look for?
I look for an aggressive, obviously traditional football game. As we said in the beginning of the show, Naugatuck has to take away the passing, also the running of Greg Piper for Ansonia, and the Ansonia defense has to obviously be concerned with that option game and the passing attack of Naugatuck. The field, outstanding considering the amount of rain that we've had over the past 2 days, and we're going to probably see initially a conservative attack on both teams as they try and feel each other out before they start doing a great deal. It's a game of tradition. The underdog usually is in a better situation in this football game coming in, and Ansonia right now is in the underdog position. They have an awful lot to prove. They've had a very difficult season. It's been a topsy-turvy year for head coach Doug Morrell, commuting every day from Brantford, and I know he would like to go out with a victory, and I think the seniors would like to also.
You know, Buddy, one of the considerations in this football game, one of the things we can look for is the fact that against Naugatuck's option offense, Coach Morrell has told us that to expect to see something different on the defense and a different kind of a front. They might be going to a 4-man down lineman, and they might be going to more of a 4-4 alignment, all with the idea of containing and stopping this Naugatuck option offense. On the field, our viewers might notice, of course, the introduction of the seniors of the Naugatuck Greyhounds, and just a moment, PA announcer Tom McQueenie from here at Ansonia will be announcing the seniors seeing their last action for the Ansonia Chargers. Earlier, Buddy had a chance to talk with head coach Craig Peters of the Naugatuck Greyhounds, and he asked Coach Peters about his team's preparation upcoming for this football game.
Well, last week with the snow, we kind of got ready on a low-key basis, and then as the weather cleared and conditions got better and better, we tried to bring up the intensity, especially this week. We took Saturday off and we went out Sunday instead and went on a regular week from Sunday, and we really did a good job in practice getting ready for this football game. And we talked about intensity, that we really wanted to bring the intensity down here at 10:30 Thanksgiving morning.
Do you try and keep your kids low-key until a couple days before? In other words, you don't try and get them emotionally up until the last couple days?
Our kids, you don't have to get them emotionally up. You got to calm them down most of the time, because, you know, they're kids and they're very excitable type people.
Coach Kevin Moreland for you. I understand it's his last year coaching. He spent some time this week at quarterback. Can he still throw the football?
Well, he helps us out once in a while, giving us a good look when the other team has a strong quarterback, and he can throw, yeah.
Coach, thanks for stopping by. Best of luck, and we hope to see you after the football game.
Okay, thank you.
Buddy Chernovich's interview with Craig Peters earlier, and Buddy also caught up with head football coach Doug Morrell of the Ansonia Chargers, and Buddy asked him the same question. He asked him about the emotional preparation of the Ansonia Chargers for their big traditional rivalry against Naugatuck.
Number 87.
Well, first of all, Bud, we've had a lot of injuries this year, as everybody knows, so we gave them a couple of days off early this week. And we came in and we kept it low-keyed early last week, and we started our practice week on Sunday. And we had very good practices all the way through. I think we're about as healthy as we've been. The attitude is very good. It's been a real poised, disciplined attitude all week in practice. And, you know, I just hope the seniors who have gone through a lot this year, you know, come out and really give it their all. And, you know, they can come home with a victory and more importantly, a winning season for them.
Coach, a big swing game for you. Wish you the best of luck. We hope to see you after the football game.
Thank you, Bud.
Welcome back, everyone. Those were the words of Coach Doug Morrell of the Ansonia Chargers, and we are set for the opening kickoff here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia for the 86th renewal of this series, one of the oldest high school rivalries in not only the state of Connecticut but in the nation. Kicking off for Naugatuck will be number 77, Lee Berger, and going back deep for Ansonia, Gordy Piper along with Andre Holman. Days turned out beautifully, a lot of rain overnight, but this field drains well, and the field should not be any factor in this football game. Into the upbacks take it for Ansonia, and bringing it in the vicinity, Dave D'Onofrio, and making the tackle was Chris Terry. And some fairly good field position for the Ansonia Chargers outside of their 30-yard line. You see Dave D'Onofrio going off field. Let's take a quick look at that Ansonia offense. And if you notice that line, basically an underclass line. Of course, Eric Jezelaitis will draw the start at right guard today.
Go now, let's go!
First down for Ansonia. The pitch out on the first down play. Coming to the near side, that's Piper hemmed in for a sizable loss. The whole host of Greyhounds on the play, led by Matt Anzulis from his defensive end position. And speaking about Anzulis and the rest of those Greyhounds who swarmed over Gordy Piper, let's...
So you see him trying to get outside. Good job. There's 83. Hayward, along with McCray, closing off the outside and preventing Piper from getting any yardage. Matter of fact, a 4.5, 5-yard loss.
So 2nd and 14 for Ansonia. We'll take a look at that Naugatuck defense after this play from scrimmage. Lane, Piper finds a hole in the middle, near sidelines. Piper breaks it midfield, down to the 40-yard line and out of bounds. Finally driven out by Sweet.
Gordon Piper, excellent job that time on a counter. Fullback coming to the near side, you see here, and then the handoff by Lane to Piper back. Now watch as he breaks it here. He's going to make a great cut back to the near side right here. He'll pick up D'Onofrio and another blocker right there. Andre Holman as he breaks back to the sidelines, and an excellent run for him, bringing the ball down to about the 38-yard line as he's knocked out of bounds by Sweet.
And now let's take a look at that Naugatuck Greyhound defense. And a first down for the Ansonia Chargers. Football at the 38-yard line. An I formation for the Chargers. Holman out to the left side, not in your picture. And Abate goes in motion as the give is to the up back. That's the fullback, Brecklin, for some good yardage through the middle before he's stopped by Anthony McCray.
Naugatuck is sitting at a 40. You see Como leading through right there, and Brecklin getting into the secondary very quickly. Dragged down, but about almost a 9.5 yard, close to a 10-yard gain, as they're going to bring Jim Curry waving out the yard markers to get a quick look at that. Excellent inside play. Good block by McClellan, Como, and Jezelitis, getting Brecklin into the secondary, and 3 quick plays for the Chargers. 2 very long runs for them on the ground, and this is something that concerned Greg Peters and in his preparation week of taking that running attack away.
And it is a first down, as indicated by Jim Carey. So Brecklin picks up the first down for Ansonia. They have it inside the Naugatuck 30. The football marked at the 27-yard line. Just underway from here at Jarvis Field. Center for Ansonia over the football is Dan McClellan. He'll be back next year as well. A lot of these Ansonia Chargers. D'Onofrio goes in motion. Again, Brecklin slips off the right side for some 4 or 5 yards. Stacked up by Mark Babin, defensive tackle for the Greyhounds.
Again, just a quick dive to the fullback. You see Como getting in there, number 50. Excellent block, opens up a hole for him, and Brecklin's able to drag ahead for about 5 yards. This is something we really haven't seen from Ansonia, the ability to bang inside with their fullback and then to open up that outside. We know they can throw the ball, but they're doing an excellent job right here in this running attack.
Well, they have a 2nd and 4 facing them now. That's something that they really want. Piper this time is met pretty much at the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line by McCray.
Stop made by number 10, Anthony McCray.
Came back on that time to the counter again to the near side, faking the fullback to hold those inside linebackers, trying to get Piper to the outside. McCray held his ground, did a great job. Presents about a 3rd and 2.5, 3 yards for Ansonia. It's 4 down territory at about the 19.5-yard line.
And a reminder to our viewers that following this football game, we'll have Derby Shelton highlights. 3rd and 2.5, I formation for Ansonia. Lane as the quarterback wants to throw on 3rd down. Now running the football and going for the chains. James picks it up as he is ridden out of bounds on the far side of the field, finally, by Chris Terry.
That started out as a quick throw to Andre Holman into the fly. You see Holman right there. Lane cannot find him quick enough, but he has the excellent speed to get outside. Runs around the outside that time. Angelitis had a shot at him, but Lane has a little bit better foot speed. Gets the first down marker, and more right about the 11.5-yard line as the Chargers are in great shape after 6 plays in this opening drive.
So first down for Ansonia just outside of the Naugatuck 10-yard line. I formation. Holman in a slot to the right side. Holman now goes in motion. And the give is to Piper, tunneling himself forward across the 10-yard line for a couple. And the whole center of that Naugatuck defense in on it. Rick Echeverria, middle guard, was one of the men who made the tackle along with Captain Matt Danielowski.
Piper was brought down by the middle of the Naugatuck line.
Goomis, Harvey, and Shortle are in. That is their short yardage offense. Some of that big beef that the Chargers have is they're going to tighten up here in the wishbone down around the 9-yard line.
And the wishbone they go to. Shortle is the tight end to the right side. Lane wants to throw over the middle. It is tipped and intercepted. Intercepted. Dave Hayward.
Hayward got a tip ball in the end zone. Great job by Dave Hayward. Ball was intended for Shortle as he came across, dragged across the middle. It was tipped up in the air. Hayward came down with the interception, and that is a big play for that Naugatuck defense. The Chargers took the opening kickoff, drove it right down the field toward the end zone, and just short of that end zone, Dave Hayward comes up with a big turnover as Naugatuck goes to offense.
And the Ansonia Naugatuck game always draws a lot of color, a lot of pageantry, as you just saw in the shot previous. First down for the Greyhounds. We'll give you their offense. We'll take a look at it after this play from scrimmage. I formation the Greyhounds open up with, and banging for 2 yards is Chris Terry off the left side. And let's take a look at that Naugatuck Greyhound defense. Rather, the offense, I should say.
The ball was carried by number 44, Chris Terry. Brought down by the middle of the Ansonia line.
Sean Hallahan on the stop for Ansonia. And we've got an opportunity to quickly look at that Ansonia defense. Second and 7 for the Greyhounds. Football marked at the 23-yard line. Greyhounds picking off a James Lane pass. Hayward picking it off in his end zone. That's Sweet with the football, and he's met at the 25 by a host of Chargers, led by Captain Jezelitis.
DiVincenzo got the first pop in there, Davey DiVincenzo. You see him play off the block here, right there. He gets the first hit, then he gets help from a number of other Ansonia football players. But first hit by David DiVincenzo, and a good job playing off that option, setting up a 3rd and about 5. But Ansonia would be very happy if they can keep them to 2 to 4 yards on that option play.
And also contributing on the tackle was Elio Mignona from Ansonia. 3rd and 5, and Pascal wants to put it up on 3rd down. Complete. Hayward midfield, and taken down finally at the 44 by D'Onofrio in the secondary, but not before the Greyhounds have picked up an all-important first down.
Excellent throw in here by Pascal. He hits right there. Hayward in stride. Henry Holman had the coverage, but D'Onofrio came back to make the play. Big 3rd down play for Naugatuck. Excellent throw catch by their 1-2 pass catch team.
So the football spotted at the 47 of Ansonia, and the Hounds are moving it. First down for Naugatuck in the wishbone. Terry is the fullback. Garbarino along with Sweet are the halfbacks, and Sweet gets the call as he barrels across the 45 and stopped finally there by Ed Henry. And you see a look at the vast crowd here on Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day. This traditional battle, the 86 renewal between Naugatuck and Ansonia, one of the oldest high school rivalries in the country.
Out of the wishbone that time, off-tackle power, that attempting just to get the ball powered into that off-tackle area. Good job by Ansonia defensing it, Ed Henry.
Naugatuck in the I formation. Gary Pascal, the senior quarterback, has thrown for 13 touchdown passes on the season. Sweet with some room. Far side of the field. Sweet, the first down, and finally runs out of bounds.
Great block that time by Captain Peter Garbarino. Held the outside. Right here, you'll see him at the top of your picture, number 99. He will take that outside contain and knock it down, allowing number 26 for Naugatuck, David Sweet, to get to the outside. You see Andre Holman chasing him, but Sweet is down the sideline, close to about the 27-yard line, and a great option. Naugatuck right there, the pitch man, or excuse me, quarterback Chris Terry, got rid of the ball very quickly as Ansonia is trying to run right at him and knock the ball down.
First down for the Greyhounds at the 27. That's Terry banging away inside, still on his feet, breaking tackles, finally upended by Mignona.
When you get that inside-outside game going, it opens up this play right here as Terry breaks in there very quickly on just a trap play down near the 14, 15-yard line. Another first down for the Greyhounds as they are moving the football.
14-yard line is the line of scrimmage. And the Greyhounds moving the football at ease down the field. I formation for the Greyhounds. Terry again. This time it's a little rougher for Terry on the inside. Ed Henry along with number 77, the tackles for Ansonia, Rick Montefusco, both made the stop for Ansonia.
44, Chris Terry, brought down by number 79, Ed Henry.
Hey, cameraman!
And we have a youthful observer here, and a couple of them here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia, enjoying and watching all the action. 2nd and 9 for the Greyhounds at the Ansonia 14. Fake inside to Terry on the option. That's Pascal, but the Ansonia defense is makes the tackle, led by Brent Harvey.
That time you watch the quarterback Pascal come out there, you see him try an option right here. He can't pitch the ball. You see DiVincenzo play off, forcing inside that quarterback to turn inside, and Brent Henry was there doing his job on contain, taking that quarterback, and that's the way you have to take that option away. Got to cover the pitch, and you got to force that quarterback to turn up, and there has to be someone there to take the quarterback when he does turn.
3rd down. Let's see what the Greyhounds do. Still in the first quarter, there is no score. O'Donnell out to the right side, Hayward out to the left. I formation for the Greyhounds. The pitch, Sweet with room. David Sweet on the right side before he is driven out of bounds by D'Onofrio.
That time DiVincenzo did not get to that spot. Right here you'll see the pitch outside the Sweet. There's DiVincenzo chasing from behind, allowing Sweet to turn the corner and to get very close to that first down yardage. It's going to be 4th and about 1, but that time contained was not there. The option pitch got to the outside and an excellent gain.
Lee Berger is putting on his kicking shoe. Lee Berger is a starting tackle for the Greyhounds, 6'2", 215-pound senior. And we have a timeout on the field. Ansonia nothing, Naugatuck nothing. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. On the 4th down, Lee Berger, we believe, was going to try the field goal, but now the decision has been changed. With the timeout, Greyhounds are going for it. 4th and short inside the 10-yard line. Chris Terry for the first down for the Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds elected to go for the first down and try to eventually get the 6 and then the 7 points. And so far, Craig Peters is +1 in the coaching department.
You'll see Terry just bowl straight ahead, right over that left guard area between the guard and center for the first down. Puts the ball inside the 5-yard line for a first down for the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
First down, 1st and goal for the Greyhounds. Wishbone, Terry the fullback. Terry bangs off the left side. No indication yet from the officials as Terry gets very close to the goal line.
Same play again. Terry just banging ahead. Gets his nose down close to the goal line. Brett Harvey on the tackle. But Naugatuck has been able to run inside really wherever they wanted to. They've been able to push the Ansonia defense back off the football. They're about an inch away from a touchdown right here, and I think either Mr. Terry or the quarterback, Pascal, is going to just nose his nose into that end zone.
Pascal takes it for the Naugatuck touchdown. Gary Pascal.
Excellent drive by Naugatuck. One key pass, Pascal to the end, David Hayward, on a big 3rd down play. Other than that, it's been the running attack of Terry, Pascal on the option with Sweet, Garbarino excellent blocking as they've driven right down the field after that turnover taken in the end zone by Dave Hayward.
And it does not hurt to have an excellent offensive line, which the Greyhounds have.
Excellent group up front for them. Swanson, Danilowski, and Julis, Dumas, and Berger doing a great job getting off the football.
Lee Berger, speaking about him, will be going for the extra point. It's partially deflected, but he manages it to get it over the crossbar, and the kick is good. And Naugatuck has taken a 7-0 lead in this first quarter. Today's coverage of the high school football game of the week is a presentation of WVCV Sports Valley Cablevision Incorporated. It is intended solely for the viewing enjoyment of Valley Cablevision subscribers. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Valley Cablevision is prohibited.
Yeah. Put the thing on his hand. Keep the football away.
Well, buddy, so far we've seen Ansonia move down the football field, moved well in their first possession. They were intercepted in the end zone. The Greyhounds took over in the 80-yard drive right down the field.
Both teams moving the ball extremely well on offense. Defenses doesn't speak very well of the defense right now, but adjustment time, the longer you get to see that offense, the better your defense usually becomes over the afternoon. Be interesting to see how Ansonia reacts to that touchdown. They did have an opportunity to score taken right away from them, and now they're down 7-0. Be interesting to see how they come back.
Holman on Berger's kick. Holman, the center of the field, and the Chargers will set up with some fairly good field position.
Tackle made by number 64, Chuck Bethen.
Chuck Bethen on the tackle for the Greyhounds, along with Leo Muller.
Nice run that time by Andre Holman. Got good field position for the Chargers. They come back on offense the second time this afternoon.
And let's spot the football. It's at the 34-yard line of the Ansonia Chargers. Late stages now of the first quarter. First quarter has moved along quite quickly. Most of the action on the ground. Lane, that's Piper, and Piper to the center of the line before he stopped. The initial hit by Anthony McCray, 6'3", 190-pound senior.
Stop made by number 77, Lee Berger.
Ansonia trying to get their tackle and guard, Jesalitis and Henry, out in front of that play. As you see Piper break back inside. Nice job over there by number 10, Anthony McCray. who's been involved in a number of key plays very early in this first period of the football game, as he's held his ground extremely well as a defensive end for Naugatuck.
Second down for Ansonia. High formation. Holman out to the near side, not in your picture. Piper sweeping, cannot get outside. Babin hits him in the backfield. 6'1", 205-pound junior defensive tackle.
Mark Babbitt will get excellent penetration. See Como leading the play along with Jesulitis right there. Babbitt will get some help inside, but he pulled right through that offensive line blocking, got into the backfield. About a yard loss for them, as you see coming off the field, Dave D'Onofrio for Ansonia, as they are in a third and definite pass situation.
And checking in place of D'Onofrio was Jay Abate, the senior, out of your picture to the bottom part of your screen. Lane on third down, throwing it out off the fingertips of Holman. Goes as an incompleted pass, and on the coverage, number 87, Chris Varden.
Varden did a good job. As you'll see, Holman just slide to the flat. It's off his fingertips. Would have been a great catch if he was able to hold on to it. Varnum is right there with Andre Holman. Sets up a fourth down, and something Ansonia did not want. They really don't want to see their defense back on the field as quickly. Naugatuck moved the ball very well in their first drive, and now they're going to be back on defense with that Greyhound offenses. This is going to be a real problem.
The snap is over Lane's head. And Lane.
It's a fumble.
It's Lane.
Oh, he's going to call it an incomplete pass.
Lane, with the presence of mind, dumped it off.
He better get a grounding on this one, because if he calls it incomplete, he does. Intentional grounding. It'll bring the ball back. Because the yard markers are being moved here, we're going to have a problem spotting the ball. But that'll be this is going to take a little while to sort out. But it's going to be an intentional grounding.
As we watch it on the replay.
Lane is able to get to the football. Really, if you can't get the ball off, the next best thing to do is throw it away, because he's going to take a sack right here as he throws the ball away. Good call by Jim Carey as he calls the intentional grounding. And now where they spot the football will depend upon how well they can remember where the yard marker was.
Well, at least you have to give James Lane the credit. James Lane running back after that bad pass from center, snap from center, at least the presence of mind to try to do something with the football. And as you see Jim Carey in your picture, his buddy said we've got to unsort it and sort things out here. There's the indication.
Now, I'm going to plead ignorance here. I thought the ball went back to the line of scrimmage and was penalized, but it goes right from the spot, and then the ball is knocked backwards another yard, half the distance. They're in about the 2-yard line.
And looking to go in for another score, the Greyhounds banging ahead. Chris Terry. And an odd situation for the Chargers, and anyway, the Greyhounds take advantage of it. Football was at about the 2-yard line, and with 43 seconds left in this first quarter, the Greyhounds have their second score. As you see
Terry just bang ahead. Initial tackle is broken. He gets himself into the end zone. 13-0, 2-yard run by Chris Terry with 43 seconds left to go. And Ansonia certainly is in a difficult position right here, as they have turned the ball over and given up a quick score to the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
Rob Plasky will be holding for the kicker, Lee Berger, as the Greyhounds attempt to go up by 14-0. Berger's kick is up and good. 43 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Naugatuck has taken a 14-0 lead.
Right now it is essential for that Ansonia group, offensive group, to get on the field and to do something positive, or this game could get out of hand very early for the Ansonia Chargers. Their defense was a problem, or has been a question mark coming into this game, and certainly that turnover did not help them. The turnover in the end zone, taking away that 7 points early in the first quarter, has made a big difference. It has put a lot of confidence into that Naugatuck group of young men, and they have really pounded here this Charger offense, or this Charger defense, over the last 7 minutes of this first period.
And a reminder to our viewers that at the conclusion of this football game, we'll be awarding the Fitzpatrick's Chrysler Plymouth Mazda Player of the Game Award. Also upcoming in the third quarter, we'll be saluting a former Ansonia and Naugatuck football star on our high school hero salute. So stay with us. You see the scoreboard here at Jarvis Field. Lee Berger getting set to kick off for the third time today. That's D'Onofrio on the other end. And up to the center of the field and near the 40-yard line.
Number 87 and 54.
Chris Varden
87 is Chris Barton.
and Dumas on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
First down, Ansonia.
First down for the Chargers, with the football marked at the 37. And the Ansonia bench right in front of us, right below us. We are in the press box here at Jarvis Field.
37-yard line.
First down for Ansonia. Two wide receivers, split backs, a passing formation. The Chargers have to get back into this football game. Handoff straight into the center of the line. And Mark Babin, defensive tackle on the play, along with Rick Echeverria, and Piper was the ball carrier for Ansonia. As we wind things down here in the first quarter of play, our scoreboard clock showing no time left. And now the officials indicate that there is no time left. So we've played one here at Jarvis Field. Our score, Naugatuck 14, Ansonia nothing. Welcome back, everyone. Second down play to start the second quarter for Ansonia. Lane unwinds downfield, overthrows Shortle. Three of the Greyhounds providing coverage. Pascal, Hayward, Garbarino, all in the area.
Ball was overthrown that time by James Lane. Shorter was the receiver, but Pascal was right there with him. Sets up a third and again a pass situation for the Chargers. They have to begin getting consistent on offense, or this Greyhound football team is going to have a hell of a Thanksgiving morning against them. They've got to keep the ball away from that Greyhound offense.
Third down play, Breckland alone, set back, a passing situation for Ansonia. Lane, incomplete, almost picked off by Terry. The pass was intended for D'Onofrio.
Ball is off the fingertips of D'Onofrio, almost intercepted right here as he cannot hold on to the football. Number 44, Chris Terry, great effort, but unable to get that last ounce of that ball. Sets up a punting situation again, and we'll see now if Mr. Henry can get the ball back to James Lane.
Well, he got it back, but the first time a little bit too high. A high punt and a good punt by Lane on the other end. Hayward fumbles the football, picks it up. Dave Hayward finally driven out of bounds on the far side of the field. Dan McClellan.
Offensive center, Dan McClellan got down here. You'll see great presence of mind by Hayward right here. He doesn't panic, he stays with it, double dribbles it a little bit, but gets it up and almost gets to the wall, almost turns the corner. Sometimes when there's that little momentum change right there, you can get to the corner, but McClellan did a good job driving him out of bounds as he was trying to turn upfield.
And so the Greyhounds take over once again as we are just into the beginning stages of the second quarter play. From here at Jarvis Field, this traditional Thanksgiving Day battle, the 86th renewal of the series between Naugatuck and Ansonia. First down for the Greyhounds. High formation. Pascal is the senior quarterback. The pitch to Sweet. Sweet tiptoes his way out of bounds. Number 35, Elio Mignona, closest for the Chargers in coverage.
Mignona was pitch man that time, did a good job getting there and at least forcing outside, forcing Terry to the outside or Sweet to the outside and getting some help to get him out of bounds. Chargers must take that option away. They must be able to take that pitch man, and Garbarino has done a great job knocking down contain so far for Naugatuck, which has been a key to the success of that running game.
Line of scrimmage is the 22 as the Greyhounds have a 2nd and 10, I formation. Inside, Terry bangs away for about 4 yards before he's stopped by the center of the Ansonia defense in 56. Jesulitis along with big Ed Henry.
Sets up another third and pass situation for Naugatuck. Last time they came in a little slant into Hayward with good success. They've got a number of excellent receivers, and Pascal or Pascal can throw the ball extremely well for Naugatuck. We'll see what they come with.
And the Greyhounds go into a power I formation. On the option, that's Pascal, but Brent Harvey on the defensive gem for Ansonia.
Stayed conservative that time, tried to get outside on the option out of that power I. Brent Harvey, good job containing as Pascal tried to get to the corner, prevent it from getting to that pitch. You see right there the takedown by number 33 for Ansonia, Brent Harvey. Sets up a 4th and 10. Chargers should end up with pretty good field position right here. 10:24 left to go in this first half.
Hayward will do the punting for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds' first punt of the day. Back deep. It's a low punt.
Kick is number 83, Dave Hayward.
And it's going to roll dead. Back deep was D'Onofrio along with Holman. So the Chargers do, in fact, pick up some excellent field position at the Greyhound 43-yard line.
It's now first down, Ansonia.
Did not get the ball up, whether he slipped on the kick, but he did not get anything on that football. As you see, it's a line drive, almost hit the interior lineman. Got downfield about 25 yards, and it's excellent field position right here for the Chargers, and they certainly have to get something into the end zone at this point in the football game.
1st and 10 for Ansonia. A lot of time left in this first half to play. Naugatuck leads at 14-0. James Lane, junior quarterback, is thrown for 18 touchdown passes on the year. Piper on the pitch out. Near side, stopped by Anthony McCray.
Stop made by number 99.
And let's also give an assist to Captain Pete Garbarino. Captains for Naugatuck this year in the '86 football season, Pete Garbarino, Gary Pascal, along with Matt Danielowski. And the Ansonia Chargers captains, Mike Shortle, Eric Jezelitis, and Emil Brecklin. All these young men, as well as a lot of other seniors, both teams seeing their final action. Piper on a run up the middle, but I believe a flag was dropped on the play. Pascal along with Hayward in the secondary on the tackle.
Piper's right up inside. You see a good block in there by the fullback, Brecklin, as he helps spring him into the secondary. One thing you know, you don't see a lot of Chargers down into that secondary making that second effort block. And that is something that's been missing, I think, this year, as Jim Carey is going to step off a holding penalty against the Chargers. And that certainly is going to hurt right here.
That's a 10-yard mark-off on the holding penalty against the Chargers. And it moves the football back to the Naugatuck 47-yard line. So the down will remain the same. 2nd down. It negates a fine run by senior running back Gordy Piper. Second down for the Chargers. Greyhound sitting in that 5. Defense. Holman goes in motion. Lane looks like a double pass. That's D'Onofrio. It is picked off by the Greyhounds. Dave Hayward still on his feet.
Blew the play dead. Nice job by Davey Hayward.
Dave Hayward.
Looked like he was going up for a rebound off the backboard. Holman had him beat here, but you watch Hayward. Holman is behind the ball, is a little underthrown, and Hayward makes a great interception, his 2nd one of the day, and puts the Chargers offense back off this field. They've had an opportunity to move the ball. 2 turnovers have cost them dearly, both created by Dave Hayward.
And the line of scrimmage now for the Greyhounds, their own 28-yard line.
Dave has 12 touchdown passes this year. He's a 6'2", 185-pound senior, and he played that play excellently, the same as he did down in the end zone for that first interception.
First down for the Greyhounds, high formation. The give to Terry. Terry finds a seam, breaks it up the middle to the 45-yard line before he is stopped in the secondary by Mignona along with D'Onofrio.
You see spreading out inside. Great block by 72 Swanson as he helped seal down inside to spring Chris Terry into the secondary. Once he got into the secondary, it was a foot race. Good job by Ansonia closing him down, but great block inside. Got him down the field.
First down for the Naugatuck Greyhounds as they have the football in excellent field position, leading by 2 scores in the football game. Pascal gives it inside. That's Terry for 2 yards this time to midfield before he is hit with a vicious tackle by Jezelitis
Eric Jezelitis and number 32,
and Brecklin.
Great job inside now by the fullback quarterback on reading. If they're reading true read on that, he's doing a great job, Gary Pascal, on that, because he's got to make a decision relating to the tackle and how the tackle is playing, and they're doing a good job getting Chris Terry into that secondary, and then if not, pulling that ball and getting the option outside to sweep. The quarterback has a big responsibility initially reading that, and they're doing a super job in getting that first read out of that veer attack out of the eye.
Ansonia is in a four-man front, trying to contain the option offense. Chris Terry, the ball carrier. Flags are dropped in the backfield. Ed Henry on the tackle.
Going to get the fullback was not, they're going to say the fullback was not set on that play. As you see, or excuse me, the outside man right there, the slot man, as the ball is being handed off. Ansonia will have a choice here, probably taking it, setting up a second and about 12 for them right around the 45-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
And Jimmy Carey is talking it over with Eric Jezelitis. See what Ansonia wants to do. Naugatuck leads at 14-0. We're in the second quarter here at Jarvis Field at Ansonia. Turned out to be an excellent day for football. A lot of rain in the area overnight, but Jarvis Field does not indicate any problems today. You saw Jim Carey making the indication. And the fact that the Chargers have taken the penalty against the Greyhounds, and the down remains the same. Second down, 2nd and 12. At the 45 of Naugatuck. I formation. Chris Terry breaks into the secondary, bangs off a couple of the Chargers, close to the yardage needed for the first down. Jezelitis along with Angelo Kumo on the tackle for Ansonia.
It's a great read inside by the quarterback as he hands the ball off to Chris Terry. Excellent run, great read, 3rd and makeable here for the Greyhounds, and their running attack is certainly taken advantage of what that Charger defense has tried to take away. Anything Ansonia has done has been countered by the excellent reads of the quarterback fullback on that veer.
Ansonia goes back to a 5-man front, and a handoff and maybe a loose football off the left side. It is a loose football, and Ansonia has come up with the football. See if we can pick up the young man who made the fumble recovery. Brent Harvey is up, but whether he made the recovery or not.
See inside here, the handoff, there's a ball squirting loose, and right there it is being popped up in the air. It looks like a 0 in there. Looks like Como is going to get credit. I think Angelo Como, number 50, is going to get credit for that recovery.
So the Chargers have a break on the Naugatuck turnover and a first down. I formation, lane, play action, hands to Holman. But Holman, and waiting for Holman, is Anthony McCray. A great defensive effort by McCray.
McCray will get credit for that, but give credit for the backside on that. They all stayed home. When Holman gets around here, look, there's not only him, but there's 71 Babin and a number of other Naugatuck Greyhounds did not allow him to turn the corner. They were not fooled on that reverse play. Good job by McCray and the rest of his cohorts on that side of the line. They did a nice job closing that right off.
Second down for Ansonia, a big loss for the Chargers. 2nd and 19 to go for the first down. The line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line. Lane gives to Piper. Piper, 40. Before he's banged at the 42 by Sweet. And Terry.
Stop was made by number 44.
Nice draw play that time. Good action. Got Piper into the secondary right here. And no block downfield again. As you see, converging on him, number 44, Chris Terry, along with help from Pascal. Sets up a 3rd and 10, but a definite pass situation for the Ansonia Chargers right here.
3rd and 10 for Ansonia. Football at the 42-yard line. Brecklin is the fullback in the eye. Piper is the tailback. Lane throwing on 3rd down as a receiver out there. Overthrows Holman at the 40-yard line of Naugatuck. And a 4th down.
Hayward had him deep, and 44, Terry hit him short. Tried to hit in between the seam. Ball was a little overthrown. Punting situation for the Chargers.
So 4th down coming up for Ansonia. Going back The lone safety to receive the punt is Hayward, and Lane will do the kicking for Ansonia. High snap from center, and Lane is forced to run with the football, and all over him, number 10, McCray, who's just had a tremendous football game here today.
James Lane could not get the kickoff. Ball is going to pull him over to the near side. Does a nice job keeping the ball in play, but cannot get the kickoff as McCray comes very hard, very quick, takes the takedown, and we're here with a turnover.
And our score, Naugatuck 14, Ansonia nothing. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Ansonia's had problems kicking the football away. It's really cost them. A flag's dropped as Sweet vaults to center of the line. And from the preliminary indication, it's going to come back against the Greyhounds.
Naugatuck is given Ansonia, as you'll see here, power I. Garbarino inside leading along with Terry, getting the ball to Dave Sweet. Ball will be brought back, but Naugatuck has given Ansonia a number of formations to look at. They've run a little wishbone, the I, running the veer, coming out of the power I, giving them a slot along with that pro look, and they have done an excellent job creating openings inside for that running attack, along with the great read by the quarterback, Gary Pascal, attacking that veer and creating some seams in there.
And a first down for the Greyhounds. 1st and 15. Football pushed back at the Ansonia 37. Garbarino goes in motion. Pascal on the option. That is Terry. Terry outside, slips a tackle before D'Onofrio takes them out of bounds on the far side of the field.
That time they came with a lead option. In other words, they eliminated the fake right there. The quarterback pitching the ball. He's taken down right away. And then as Terry tries to get the outside, a couple of misses. There's looked like Jezelitis, one shot at him, and finally ridden out of bounds for about a 2.5 to 3 yard gain. Naugatuck does a great job with that option. They're not afraid to run it. Excellent pitches so far by the quarterback. Excellent reads also.
Wishbone for the Greyhounds. Looking to throw is Pascal to Hayward. Overthrows him at the 5. Andre Holman on the coverage for Ansonia.
Tried to run the fade route, just run him straight down the field. Holman had good coverage, but Pascal throws the ball a little over the head of Dave Hayward. But Dave Hayward has shown that he can go get him. 2 interceptions, one where he went up high, and that's not a bad throw at that point with a guy like Dave Hayward who has the ability to get up and catch the football.
3rd down for the Greyhounds. They have dominated this football game with the exception of Ansonia's opening drive. The Greyhounds have just taken over the flow of this football game. They lead at 14-0. Late part of the 2nd quarter here at Jarvis Field. High formation for the Greyhounds. 2 wide receivers either side of the field on the 3rd down play. That is Sweet. Trying to find some running room. A great individual tackle by Andre Holman.
Holman got up into that tackle very quickly. Naugatuck right here, you see Sweet break to the outside. Watch Andre Holman come up right to the numbers with that shoulder in the numbers and a great takedown. Put the Greyhounds in a position. They obviously are in a 4-down position right here. About the 28-yard line, and reason why they would have run rather than throw the ball is they feel that 2 downs they have the opportunity to make it on a run rather than going for it with 1 pass. But right here on a 4th and about 7, it should be a passing situation. Ansonia was in a 4 defense that time, playing pass. Holman got up real quick to take away that outside. Good job by Andre Holman.
4th down play, and a flag is dropped by Mr. Carey. And there's your indication, delay of game against the Greyhounds. Unable to get that football off within the 25 seconds permitted to do so.
That will make it about 4th down and 12 for Naugatuck.
In high school football, you have 25 seconds to get that snap off. And the Greyhounds penalized 5 yards. Now let's see what Coach Craig Peters does in this situation. Football on the line of scrimmage marked at the Ansonia 34-yard line. O'Donnell out far to the right side, as you see, and to the near side of the field is Hayward. And a split backfield for the Greyhounds as Garbarino goes in motion. And Pascal wants to throw on 4th and long. From the backside is Gumas along with Brecklin. Pascal throws downfield. A lot of chargers there. It is picked off. And an interception by the Chargers, number 24, DiVincenzo, and Ansonia has the football.
DiVincenzo should have knocked it down. He gave up about 20 yards of real estate by picking that off, but he does come up with the interception. You'll see here, great pressure from the backside as Gumas comes into your picture. He'll run Pascal off to the sideline. As he gets the ball off, Gary gets a little bit of a helicopter on it. It really doesn't get down the field. It's short. DiVincenzo right there takes it and then has to step out of bounds. He loses balance. But it puts the ball down, and for Naugatuck, it's as good as a punt. It puts it down inside the 10-yard line for them, about the 8. And with 1:53, it's going to be tough if the Chargers attempt to open up their offense right here with poor field position.
Out of your picture, 2 wide receivers that Abate along with Holman, and the handoff to Piper. As the Greyhounds stack Piper up after a pickup of 3 on the play. From his linebacker position on the tackle was Pete Garbarino.
One of the things that the Greyhounds were concerned about was Andre Holman, and Andre Holman has only touched the ball once this half. He has not had a catch. He had attempted one on a reverse play, but when you keep the ball out of the hands of a guy like Andre Holman, you're certainly going to control that other team's offense. And the Greyhounds have done a good job in this first half of doing that.
Second down, the pitch, that is Piper, but Piper is not going to go anywhere. Dave Sweet came up from the secondary, and also helping out, and the containment was number 10, McCray.
It's a big third down play right here. Surprised Naugatuck hasn't. Yes, they have taken a timeout. With 3rd and a lot here in 51 seconds, Naugatuck would like to get the ball back, force that kicking game to try and get that ball out of the end zone. Ansonia's had some difficulty getting that snap to their punter.
Split backs for Ansonia, 3rd and long from deep in their own territory on the inside handoff. That is Piper, and a fine pickup for the Chargers. And now we'll await to see how close he was to the first down. I don't believe he made it. Came up a couple of yards short. McCray on the tackle, along with Garbarino.
You see the scissors back inside. Piper pulling himself close to first down yardage, but he's going to be short, and it's going to set up a kicking situation as the Greyhounds have taken that timeout. 27 seconds left to go here in this first half, and they're going to have an opportunity to run a couple of plays. Again, trying to get that 3rd touchdown here before the end of the half.
And anytime Ansonia goes back into punt formation, at least today, it's been an adventure.
It certainly has been. The Chargers have had difficulty, to say the least. They have, going into this 11th game, should have settled that kicking game down a little bit. They really haven't had any trouble up until this point. You've got a senior doing the snapping. Those mistakes should be eliminated by this point in the year, as those 2 turnovers have been critical in this football game.
Line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line, and Ansonia came up about 1.5 yards short, and Lane is in fact back to punt the football at his 5-yard line, awaiting the snap from center. This time an excellent snap from center, and Lane an excellent punt. He drives the football. That's Hayward fumbling the football, picking it up. 40-yard line, far side. The wall is set up. Hayward tiptoeing down the far sidelines. Flags are dropped as David is still on his feet as he brings it down to the 15-yard line of Ansonia. But now let's await the flags and what the calls are going to be. Ed Henry finally on the tackle for Ansonia.
It's going to be brought back across the 50 as you see Dave Hayward pick it up here. Now watch as he gets outside to the wall, and he'll pick up a couple critical blocks. There's one right there as he comes down. Now he's going to step back to the near side right here as he gets down the field, and he will drag the ball down to about the 15-yard line as he's run out of bounds right there by Mignona. But the penalty is going to bring the ball back to about the 45 as we're either going to get a clip or blocking below the waist by that return team of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
And we'll wait for Mr. Carey to make the call. You'll see it right now. That's a clip. And that negates a fine run by the Greyhounds.
It certainly does. With 10 seconds left, it'll be tough, and the clock running. We're not going to get another playoff here as Naugatuck is going to go in at halftime up by a score of 14-0.
And it looks as if the Greyhounds are not in any hurry to get the play off, happy to take into the dressing rooms a 14-0 lead. And that's it. We played 1 half here at Jarvis Field in Ansonia. Our score, Naugatuck 14, Ansonia nothing. Back with the halftime activities right after these messages. Hey. Yeah, all right.
This is WVCV, Cable 10.
Welcome back, everyone. Martin Pelotowski kicking off for Ansonia to start the second half of play. Dave Sweet on the return for the Greyhounds. Sweet with an alley. Sweet at midfield and is finally taken down by number 23, Andre Holman. And that prevented Sweet from going all the way back on the second half kickoff.
Watch right here. He gets a great block inside. Number of good blocks. There's Hayward leading him through, but Sweet picks his way, and Holman now right there to make a touchdown saving tackle on the 43-yard line of the Ansonia Chargers, as Naugatuck has started right off with a bang on that opening return.
Naugatuck leads it by a score of 14-0. Let's take a look at the first half statistics. Very telling, buddy.
Key statistic, 0 for 6 for the passing of Ansonia. Great running by that Naugatuck group. They have close to 100 yards with a key pass, but the 2 turnovers have hurt critically the Chargers. The 2 pass or kicking mistakes by the Chargers have been a big key turnover for them.
That was Chris Terry on the first down play, and Rick Montefusco on the tackle for the Ansonia Chargers.
In the first half, Sweet had 4 carries for 21 yards. Gordon Piper for Ansonia, 12 for 63 yards. And Terry for Naugatuck, Chris Terry, 15 carries for 77 yards.
First annual Ansonia Hall of Fame dinner.
Second down play for the Greyhounds, just underway here in the second half of play. Naugatuck leads at 14-0. The quarterback is Gary Pascal. Second and short for the Greyhounds. Gary on a quarterback draw takes it close to the 30-yard line before he's stopped by Henry.
Gary Pascal.
Reminder that we will have the awarding of the Fitzpatrick Player of the Game Award at the conclusion of this football game, and we are going to have a special presenter to the deserving young man, the most valuable player in our estimation.
Sunday, November 20th, 2 o'clock.
And the chains, as you see some of the local color here on the Ansonia side of the field, chains are brought in to see if the Greyhounds have picked up the first down. Peter Garbarino, along with Captain Matt Danielowski, indicating, helping out the officials. It is a Naugatuck first down.
At the dinner, Ansonia will honor many of his...
And buddy, when we talk about the player of the game, we've got a lot of names that you and I have been writing down.
Certainly have. There's been some outstanding young men so far in this first half in this football game who have played a great half of football, but the game is not over yet. Right now, Naugatuck, if they can get in the end zone, though, will put some distance between themselves and the Chargers. And Ansonia right now needs some key plays on defense. They can't allow Naugatuck into the end zone at this point in the football game.
Goomis on the tackle of Chris Terry, the bruising fullback, big fullback for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Terry, a 5'10", 180-pound senior.
Right here is the play in the first half, which was a big key. The snap was bad, and right here, the quarterback is down before he releases the football. You see his knee. A great job by our camera crew. And that was a key play because it put the ball on the 2-yard line for for Naugatuck and gave him that second touchdown.
Option, Sweet, turning it back in as he was contained by Jezelitis. And that'll bring up a third down for the Greyhounds, who have taken the second half kickoff. And Sweet setting it up with a fine return to the Ansonia 45. The line of scrimmage now at the 27-yard line of Ansonia. Greyhounds with the 3rd and 4. And I'll echo what you just said, buddy. Excellent work by Mike Conroy, Dave Calabrese, Greg Kashuba, all of them in the truck on the spots.
Remember to read your papers now tomorrow. Calabrese's prediction. Torrington over Watertown.
Third down play. That's Chris Terry for the first down inside the 20-yard line.
Naugatuck, that offensive line is just eating them up inside, getting off the ball. Swanson, Danilowski, Angelitis, or Angelis, Dumas, Berger. Great job coming off the ball. whether that Charger defense has been in the 4 or the 5, they've done a good job in blocking down, kicking out at the hole. And Mr. Terry and Mr. Sweet have had a great afternoon so far here in this football game.
And, Buddy, that is a senior-dominated line with the exception of Swanson, the left tackle, 6'2", 205-pound sophomore. First down for the Greyhounds at the Ansonia 19. Back into the wishbone they go, and Terry straight ahead.
Terry again, Terry, good for about 5 yards.
Getting up for the Chargers, number, looks like 77, Rick Montefresco.
The Ansonia line.
Straight ahead inside, there's just bowling people off the football. One-on-one blocking, it's man-on-man in that situation. They're doing a good job of creating some seams in there for both Terry and David Sweet.
Greyhounds in the I formation. Haywood out of your picture to the left side, and O'Donnell the other split receiver. Terry bounces off a defender at the line of scrimmage, and Terry does not want to go down. Dave D'Onofrio finally trips him up, along with Ed Henry.
Terry is very close to 100 yards for the morning. Inside, you see that quick dive inside, and then Terry bounces to the outside, drags himself down inside the 10-yard line to about the 7 before he's pulled down. But again, his ability to read and to bounce outside on that play is creating problems all morning here for this Charger defense, as they have not been able to take that dive play away.
And it's a 1st and goal for the Greyhounds. You see them in the I set. Terry straight ahead inside the 5. Chezolitis on the tackle for Ansonia. Chris Terry.
Fine tackle by tri-captain Aaron Chezolitis.
And a 2nd and goal will be coming up for the Greyhounds inside the Ansonia 5. They lead it 14-0 and threatening to go in for their 3rd score of the day. Terry, touchdown Naugatuck. Chris Terry.
See inside, just a handoff. Straight ahead play to Chris Terry as he's into the end zone, standing up for his 2nd touchdown of the day with 6:57 left to go here in this 3rd quarter of football. 20-0 lead. Naugatuck over the Chargers here at Nolan Field. A beautiful morning as we move to near the afternoon here at Nolan Field. And
the snap from center, Berger kicking it.
Point after touchdown.
No good, wide of the mark.
No good. Attempt was made by
so the Naugatuck Greyhounds go up by a score of 20-0. And it's been all Naugatuck. Ansonia took the opening kickoff today, marched down the field. Lane's pass was picked off in the end zone on Ansonia's first possession. Hayward picked it off, and from then on, everything was uphill for Naugatuck and downhill for Ansonia. Our score, Naugatuck 20, Ansonia nothing. Back in a moment. Welcome back as the Greyhounds and Lee Berger has been a busy young man kicking off for the Greyhounds, set to kick off. Greyhounds have just taken the 2nd half kickoff, and mainly behind the running of fullback Chris Terry. Brought the ball down. Terry took it in from 3 yards out. The extra point attempt was no good. Kickoff is short. And Nona on the return for Ansonia bumped at the 35-yard line. Chuck Beffin on the tackle for the Greyhounds. So the Greyhounds on defense now as the Chargers on their first possession of the 2nd half. We'll see what the Chargers can do with the football. Buddy, that amazing statistic we had on our screen a while back, the fact that Lane has not completed a pass in that first half.
We touched on the fact that Andre Holman has not touched the football except for that one reverse play, and he must see the football in order for this Charger offense to be successful.
Well, Piper runs the football on the first down carry, and he gets some good yardage off the left side before he's stopped by Scott Birdsell, defensive tackle for the Greyhounds.
Piper's done an excellent job. He's had 63 yards in the first half, and he's run the ball very well. The passing attack today has not complemented that running game for the Chargers. They've done a good job getting in there with that running game, and so far James Lane has been shut out.
That is a bait in motion on the 2nd down play, and again, that's Piper finds the opening, gets the first down as he goes into Naugatuck territory.
No, that's Robinson, Robo Robinson, who checked in for Piper that time, but he does get ahead for that first down.
So Rob Robinson inserted at the tailback spot, his first carry of the football game. And Ansonia has a first down, a football marked at the 49-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Again, Robinson running with some enthusiasm straight up the middle. Anthony McCray on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
Good lead block by the fullback, Breckland, as he gets Robinson into the linebacker area for about 6.5, 7 yards. Good first down effort for the Chargers.
About 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd down coming up for Ansonia, 2nd down and a 2nd and 4 situation. Football down at the 42-yard line of the Greyhounds. Robinson again breaks it. Rob Robinson breaking tackles before he's finally upended by Pascal, and a first down for Ansonia.
Robinson gets off tackle here. Good kickoff block right there by the guard and gets Robinson into the secondary. Pascal comes over and makes a great tackle right here, but not before Robinson gets a first down inside the 30-yard line. And for the Chargers, a breath of fresh air in this running attack and control as they are looking for a score here and possibly to get this momentum turned around back to their side of the football field.
Robinson was hurt in the Derby game and is just getting back into action. Robinson again from the left halfback spot in the wishbone. But the problem with this kind of offense for Ansonia is the fact that time consuming. Anzulis on the tackle for the Greyhounds, along with Garbarino.
Robinson checks out. Piper comes back for Ansonia. They're back in that wishbone for the second time.
And they go double tight end. Shortle along with Brent Harvey. That's Piper with blockers ahead of him. Piper outside before Hayward makes the defensive play.
Piper had a host of blockers out in front of him as he got to the outside. You'll see here, it's a good job setting up the block, and then he'll break to the outside to the first down marker and drags himself ahead for a big first down right here for the Ansonia Chargers as they are down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line with 3:49 left to go here in the third quarter. And it's certainly not too late if they can get into the end zone right here, put some pressure on that Naugatuck offense.
Double tight end for Ansonia. Wishbone set. The give is to Robinson for about 4 on the play. And Chris Varden on the tackle for the Greyhounds, number 87, 5'10", 165-pound senior. One of the 24 seniors Coach Craig Peters will be saying goodbye to today. It's been a most successful year for the Greyhounds coming into this football game, all alone in second place in the Naugatuck Valley League, and an overall record of 7-2-1. Second down coming up for Ansonia. Wishbone, double tight end. Robinson again, this time hit at the line of scrimmage. Varden.
Good job closing off that time by Varden as he closed that outside down real quick. Ansonia trying to get that lead block in that wishbone out in front of him, out in front of Gordon Piper, and he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a third down here, about the 10 or 11-yard line. And Ansonia cannot afford not to get in the end zone at this point in the game.
Third down play for the Chargers. Lane rolling to the near side. And Anzulis cuts him off. Matt Anzulis, number 56. And let's now see where the line of scrimmage is going to be, where Lane got to on that third down carry.
Looks like he lost a little bit. He really didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to turn the corner. You see right here, he's contained very well and has no room to maneuver. Forced out of bounds, creating a fourth down situation, and that passing group is coming into the huddle here, led by Andre Holman. But Ansonia must get the first down or get in the end zone.
Fourth down for Ansonia. Line of scrimmage is the 10-yard line. Chargers have to get down to the 5. In motion, Holman, Lane, rolling, under a rush, and brought down by number 37, defensive tackle Scott Birdsell, 6'2", 200-pound junior.
Holman could not get outside. You see right here, he puts the ball down, tries to get outside of Birdsell, and he could not. Great job by Scott pulling him down. Good field position also for Naugatuck.
And with a break in the action, let's go back and honor a couple of former high school football heroes on our high school hero salutes. WVCV Sports proudly presents High School Hero Salute. Steve Rosenblatt was an all-state guard for the Naugatuck Greyhounds and coach Ray Lagenza in 1967. This rugged tri-captain showed his versatility in his senior year when he was called upon to play defensive end in 2 games at fullback for the injury-riddled Greyhounds. In addition to the all-state honors, Steve was named to the All-Naugatuck Valley League team. Next stop for Rosenblatt was the University of Connecticut, where he started 3 years at offensive guard and was a co-captain of the 1971 team. Steve Rosenblatt is a social worker for the Naugatuck schools and last year was inducted into the Naugatuck Hall of Fame. Steve Rosenblatt, WVCV Sports salutes you. WVCV Sports proudly presents High School Hero Salute. Jack Ahern was an outstanding two-way player for the Ansonia Lavender in the 50s. Ahern, a 3-year varsity starter, played offensive end and defensive back for Coach Charles Booch Jarvis and starred on the 1954 Lavender team that knocked off #1 ranked Stanford High School in Stanford for Coach Jarvis's 100th career win. Jack was named to the All-Valley and All-Naugatuck Valley League teams and achieved second-team All-State honors. Ahern, who received a degree in business administration from the University of New Haven, is a purchasing agent for Ansonia Copper and Brass and also serves as the recreation director for the city of Ansonia. Jack Ahern, WVCV Sports salutes you. Welcome back, everyone. We'd like to invite our viewers to participate in this process. And in just a moment, we're going to be giving you the address as to where you could send your nominations for the High School Hero Salutes. Gary Pascal on the carry after the Greyhounds have taken over. And on your screen now, you'll see the address. You can help us by making your nominations for our High School Hero Salute. Send your nominations to Valley Cable High School Hero, 80 Great Hill Road in Seymour. All we ask that these former players that played in the cities of Ansonia, Derby, Shelton, Seymour, and Naugatuck. Send your nominations to that address. Second down play for the Greyhounds. That is Dave Sweet, who's been an active runner for Coach Craig Peters. Dave D'Onofrio, who's been outstanding for Ansonia, on the stop for Ansonia. So a little bit over 1 minute to go in this third quarter of play. Naugatuck leads it in control of the football game. They lead it by a score of 20-0. 3rd and 4 for the Greyhounds. Sweet, the ball carrier. And he brings the football to the middle of the field, close to the 35-yard line and close to the yardage needed for the first down, but he's going to be coming up short by a yard. And Hayward will go back in punt formation on the 4th and short. No reason for Naugatuck to do anything foolhardy. They have a 20-point lead to snap from center. A lot of time for Hayward. He gets his punt off. And it's going to roll harmlessly out of bounds on the far side of the field. One of the Ansonia cheerleaders trying to pep up this hometown crowd here in Ansonia. And time is running down here. And that is the end of the third quarter of play. We have played 3 here at Jarvis Field in this Thanksgiving traditional clash between Ansonia and Naugatuck. Our score, Naugatuck 20, Ansonia nothing. Welcome back, everyone. Set to begin the last quarter of play. Rick Echeverria on the tackle. It was Emo Brecklin, the fullback for Ansonia, taking it into the center of the line on the first down carry. After the Naugatuck punt, line of scrimmage is at the 40-yard line of Ansonia. Naugatuck leads it 20-0 with 1 quarter to play here at Jarvis Field. And what has turned out to be an absolutely positively great day for high school football. Not a cloud in the sky. The field is held up well here at Jarvis Field. Second down, I formation for the Chargers. Lane back to throw. Under a rush. Now to the near side and running the football is Lane before a few of the Naugatuck Greyhounds converge on him, led by tackle Mark Babin. McCray also in on the play for the Greyhounds.
Lane cannot find a receiver. He scrambles back to the near side. Does an excellent job getting upfield. And right here we're going to get a 15-yard penalty addition to this on a face mask. But creative offense by James Lane, and that's something the Chargers need right here as they're down inside the 40-yard line. Again, knocking at the door. They have not been able to get in, although they've been to the front door a number of times, as you see Jim Carey there with the signal. They must get in right here. It's critical if they want to put any pressure on Naugatuck to get back into this football game.
And not only must they get in, they have to do it quite quickly.
11:05 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Both teams have been running the football, which accounts for the quickness of both the first half and into this fourth period.
Lane on the draw play to Piper, and Piper is popped by Echeverria along with McCray.
Garbarino got in there too, number 99. You'll see here a little bit of a draw play. He gets popped, bang, and there, number 10, Anthony McCray, who's had a great day here. And that backside end for Naugatuck had a great day in tackling. Again, is there to make the stop.
Second down play, an I formation, 2 wide receivers out to the right side, and Lane wants to go up on top on the second down. It is almost picked off, intended for D'Onofrio, and on the coverage was Chris Terry.
D'Onofrio broke it up by number 83.
And Dave Hayward also on the coverage for the Greyhounds.
James Lane is certainly not having the afternoon that he has had in the past. He has been off. He is either underthrowing or overthrowing his receivers. That time there were 2 men there, and he really wasn't on either one of the 2 receivers, as Holman was deep and D'Onofrio was short.
So a third down play coming up for Ansonia. 3rd and 10 with the football marked at the Naugatuck 37. I formation for the Chargers. Lane scrambling, running the football, now back of the line of scrimmage, wants to throw it, and completes it for the first down.
Great job fighting
Jay Abate.
Down the field, Jay Abate by James Lane as he scrambled out of pressure. You'll see right here, he steps up in. He's going to get a good block right here, I think, from number 32, Brecklin, allowing him to get to the outside. And just before he's driven out of bounds, he will get the ball off downfield. Abate makes a great catch coming back to the football around the 15-yard line, but a big first down for the Chargers. As one of the Naugatuck football players, by the way, they're working on him. Looks like he had the wind knocked out of him. Should not be too serious. Great scramble that time by Lane, able to find his receiver downfield for the first down.
Dave Sweet made the tackle for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Reminder to our viewers that at the conclusion of this football game, Derby Shelton highlights upcoming.
Number 37 for Naugatuck, Scott Bertzel, who just made a great play last series on that containment of quarterback James Lane, getting up and helped off the field.
So the Chargers on the pass completion from Lane to Abate have the first down inside the 15-yard line, ball marked at the 14. Greyhounds lead at 20-0. I formation, Lane wants to throw. It is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Might have been McCray. McCray stands at 6'3", and it was McCray. McCray has played a tremendous defensive football game for Coach Craig Peters. Defensive end. And a second down will be coming up for Ansonia.
Here you see Lane throwing the football right up in his face, almost catching that ball, knocking it down is Anthony McCrae for Naugatuck as a timeout is taken here. 9:42 left to go in this football game.
Greg Peters out in the huddle with his football team as the Naugatuck Greyhounds, losers only this year to Watertown earlier in the year, and their last football game coming into this traditional game, they were defeated by the Wildcats of Seymour 26-10. Ansonia at 5-5, and at this point, it looks as if this score, any part of the Greyhound score stands up, the Chargers will have their first losing season since 1969. Chargers, of course, 5-5 coming into this football game.
I know it's a tough pill to swallow for the people of Ansonia, the fact that they are 5-5 going in, but it's been a tough year for the Chargers. They've had a lot of very serious injuries that have certainly limited this football team, in a tough situation for a head coach taking over without spring practice, coming in here into what is one of the more pressure coaching positions in the state of Connecticut.
Second down for Ansonia at the Naugatuck 14-yard line. I formation. A bait split wide to the left, out of your picture. In motion, Holman. And we're going to add a flag here. A little bit of mix-up in that Ansonia backfield. Piper moved, and the flags are dropped.
Piper moved, so did Abate. Abate was into a sprinter stance. He was 5 yards down. But after a timeout, this type of play there shouldn't be a turnover or a mistake like that after a timeout when that play is brought in and everyone knows exactly what's going on.
Rob Robinson checks in for Gordon Piper, and with the penalty yardage assessed of 5 yards, the line of scrimmage now is the 19-yard line, and the Chargers have to get down inside the 5 for the first down. On the second down play, Lane most likely will be airing the football out. Lane drops, has protection from the line, throws it out to Harvey. Brent Harvey down close to the 5-yard line.
I think he's going to come up a little short right here as Harvey became the trail man coming back. Holman drove deep on that, and Harvey came down under. Lane hit him. Excellent throw. You'll see good protection right there, Brecklin Robinson, but good throw right here. Harvey takes the ball and then cranks it up as he runs close to the first down yardage. You see Holman blocking back, but a good job right there as he's met by 87 Hayward and Barnum to stop him short of that first down, creating a third and very short.
And it's Robinson who picks up the first down as he gets close to the goal line before he is dropped.
Robinson's running very hard for this Charger group. Tackle at time made by Dave Sweet as Robinson bangs ahead along with McCrae, who got in there at the end to keep him out of the end zone. Again, Anthony McCrae right around that football. And when you're a defensive coach, if you got a kid who loves to find that football, makes hits like Anthony McCrae, he's going to be a heck of a football player for you.
So the Chargers have a 1st and goal. They go back into that wishbone. Lane is the quarterback. Lane gives to Robinson. Robinson slides and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Ansonia.
Good job on the outside, closing it down for the Charger offensive line to allow Robinson to sneak in there. Good blocks on the outside. You see Brecklin kicking down inside, allowing Robinson to get outside and to dance into the end zone with the first 6 points by the Chargers. Again, go back to that first quarter and that first series, that drive. If that touchdown stood up there early, it would have been a very close football game. Right now, the Chargers really have to come back and get another one awful quick. They're back here 20-6. Whether they'll go for 2 or not will depend upon, I think, right now the decision about their kicking game. They're going to go for 2, attempting to get at least 2 points on this. It really doesn't matter. They're going to need 3 scores to win.
Chargers going for 2 points. Lane looking out, throwing into the end zone, broken up, intended for Holman and broken up by Dave Hayward. So the Chargers get on the scoreboard. The extra point attempt for 2 points is no good, and our score is Naugatuck 20, Ansonia 6. Back in a moment. I'm trying to figure out if I am classified. I know you're a local celebrity.
Legend.
Reminder to our viewers, too, that we'll be hopeful to bring you the Immaculate Derby CIAC playoff game. Gary Pascal on the option to Chris Terry, who's been a thorn in Ansonia's side all day long.
Good job on containing that time. Andre Holman right up on the pitch. Took the quarterback right out of it that time. As Pascal came down the line, he was banged immediately and got the pitch out, but Andre Holman closed off the outside, and that's what you have to do to seal that option off.
So 2nd down coming up for the Greyhounds, the 2nd and 9, line of scrimmage at the Greyhounds' 42-yard line.
Still plenty of time left, 7:16 left to go in this 4th quarter. Turnover right here or some momentum change. Big defensive play could be a big difference in this football game.
Split backs for the Greyhounds, 2nd down. Pascal pitches, sweet on the option to Hayward. Hayward makes the reception. Hayward near sidelines, down the sidelines, touchdown Naugatuck. David Sweet on the option.
Great call that time. Proper point of the football game. Hayward got behind Mignona. Watch right here. Looks like the option, and just as everybody rolls up, Sweet unloads the football down the sidelines. Hayward behind Mignona. Great catch right here, and it's all over as he's going to get into the corner of the end zone. Big 26 points right now for the Naugatuck Greyhounds, as they certainly have, at this point in the football game, established the fact that they want the victory.
And Dave Hayward has just caught his 13th touchdown pass on the football season. And was the option, Dave Sweet, the halfback, taking the pitch out from Pascal. Pascal throwing it downfield to the Naugatuck Greyhounds' leading receiver, and the area's leading receiver, Dave Hayward. Greyhounds going for the extra point. The snap is high. Berger's kick is up.
Great job by Rob Plasky that time, getting that ball down.
Good by number 77.
That ball was up in orbit. He pulled it down and was able to get that ball down for the kick, but we've got a penalty here. Wait to see what it is. It's going to be against Ansonia, and Naugatuck will now have a choice of taking it or going back, or this. They have no choice, I guess, on this. That's a mistake in that the rules of the Federation, the defense should not be able to take a point off the board by that offensive unit. And it's going to force Naugatuck here to go, not force them, but they'll be able to go for 2 points rather than 1 here.
And a full house backfield, a wishbone. Chris Terry cracks into the end zone for the 2 points. So the Greyhounds come out of it with 2 points instead of the 1 point. And the Greyhounds have extended their lead to 28-6 over Ansonia. And before I forget, to mention this, a lot of thanks to our spotter in today's football game from the Naugatuck Greyhounds, a senior. He was injured early in the year. He's done a fine job with us up here in the booth. I forgot his name. No, I did not. Steve Clark from the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Happy to have Steve up here with us, helping us out in the booth.
We've got an Ansonia player that is down at the far end of the field for the reason for the delay.
Want to remind Buddy, while we have the opportunity, we have 3 playbacks for this particular football game. If you're watching us on Friday evening, please advise your friends and other subscribers that will be also on Sunday and Monday, Sunday the 30th and Monday the December the 1st. So 3 playbacks for this Ansonia Naugatuck football game. Doug Morrell, the head coach of Ansonia, escorting off his captain, Emil Brecklin, and it looks as if it's, again, that recurring problem with Brecklin, the shoulder, as he's flexing his shoulder.
Vision will have a playback for this game tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Sunday at 7 o'clock, and Monday at 6 p.m.
So the Naugatuck Greyhounds will be set to kick off the football. Still, you see Emil Brecklin on the sidelines being tended to. That's D'Onofrio on the other end. D'Onofrio slips and falls down. But making sure he stayed down was Varden.
Tackle made by number 87, Chris Varden. First down, Ansonia.
Greyhounds, if any part of the score stands up, will be ending up their football year with a fine 8-2-1 record. They'll end up also in second place in the Naugatuck Valley League, barring any unforeseen developments as we are taping right now. Namely, what I'm talking about, if Torrington were to upset Watertown. If that did happen, Naugatuck would share the title with Watertown. On the handoff, that's Gordy Piper.
Stop is made by number 99.
99, Pete Garbarino from Pete Garbarino. 2 years ago, when I had a chance to talk with Coach Peters, Garbarino, that time a sophomore, he said, watch this number 99. He is a player. 6 foot, 180-pound senior playing his final game for the Greyhounds. Second down for Ansonia. I formation. In motion, that's a bait. And taking the handoff, that's Robinson, a fumble on the play. McCray, who's been all around the football, comes up with the loose football.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Naugatuck. Recovered by number 10, Anthony McCray.
So Robinson fumbles the football on the straight handoff.
See the ball pulled, ripped right out of his hands, and then recovered by Naugatuck. Another turnover. It's been the story so far today for Ansonia. You've been the turnovers. Critical points in the football game, although all turnovers are usually at critical points. And Naugatuck is back in great field position.
Football marked down at the Ansonia 35-yard line. Terry bangs inside before he stopped in the middle by Ed Henry, 6'5", 240-pound senior, along with Captain Eric Jesulitis.
Naugatuck is going to be very happy just to bang the ball straight ahead. 5 minutes left to go. As you see at Jarvis Field, the time running down for the Chargers. My mistake before in Nolan Field. I should not forget, field dedicated to a great individual and gentleman, Coach Boots Jarvis. As Naugatuck will be very happy just to put the ball in the freezer.
Pascal on the option. That's number 31 in the football game. Hank Austin, one of the 24 seniors seeing their last action. Austin is stopped on the play.
Brought down on the far sideline by 56.
Jesulitis on the tackle for Ansonia, as you see it on replay.
Looks like Andre Holman in there also as he drove him back. Andre's done a good job in that corner with that option coming up, taking care of that pitch.
Andre, we know, is an outstanding offensive player, but he has made his presence be known defensively here today. He's put on some major league hits. Third down, and Steve Clark is indicating to us that we have some other young players coming in for Coach Peters and some other seniors that have not seen that much action. Coach Peters at this point just would like to run things down and take the victory back to Naugatuck.
4 minutes left to go here, and the game certainly will go to Naugatuck. The traditional battle between these two schools. This year, the Naugatuck Greyhounds will have the upper hand, this traditional game, and will put Ansonia in a situation of being 5-6, first losing season since 1969.
And that was the second year of Coach Bill McAllister's reign here at Ansonia. And after that second year under Coach McAllister, Ansonia just went onward and upward.
Never looked back.
Derby, nothing.
At the end of this game, as Eddie mentioned, we'll see the highlights of that Derby Shelton football game being played down in Shelton
at Finn Stadium. And a penalty has been assessed.
Delay of game charged to the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
And a third down, a 3rd and 13 for the Greyhounds with the line of scrimmage, the Ansonia 39-yard line. Late stages of the fourth quarter, under 4 minutes to go. Power I formation. Pascal looking to throw, throws it, completed. Hayward, touchdown Naugatuck. Pascal to his favorite target, Hayward.
Pascal, Dave Hayward. Touchdown, Naugatuck.
Just as I said, Naugatuck will be happy to sit. They find Pascal, and there is no one near him as he goes down the sidelines. Pascal, good throw. Dave Hayward wide open into the end zone, and 34 points up there for this Naugatuck Greyhound football team with 3:22 left to go. Second big catch by Hayward in the last 3 minutes of this football game.
And just to mention, too, that Hayward picked off 2 passes.
Two interceptions, one key interception early on in that first period with that drive by Ansonia.
And handles the punting for the Greyhounds. And a flag is dropped again as Berger's kick is wide of the mark. And let's wait for the officials to unravel this situation. Meantime, the Greyhounds have an insurmountable 34-6 lead over the Chargers as the Naugatuck High School marching band
12 men on the field.
Picks up the tempo on the far side of the field.
There were 12 men on the field for Ansonia.
Reminder that at the conclusion of our game, we're going to be awarding the Fitzpatrick's Chrysler Plymouth Mazda of Ansonia Player of the Game Award. We'll have a special presenter from Fitzpatrick's making the award to our Player of the Game. Well, the Greyhounds are going to be going for 2 points. Penalty against the Chargers. Chris Terry tries to burrow as Rob Plasky was the quarterback, and it's no good. Terry does not get into the end zone.
He did not make the 2 points.
And the try for 2 points is no good. And as the teams come upfield, Naugatuck holds on to that 34-6 lead. 3:22 remaining in this football game. In a very quiet Ansonia side of the field. And matter of fact, buddy, as I look out over Jarvis Field, a lot of the people from Naugatuck, I would think, are at this point feeling this game has been salted away. They're heading on up to Naugatuck.
A lot of Ansonia people are getting an early start on their turkey. The Ansonia Chargers have not taken advantage of opportunities that they've had in this football game. The Naugatuck Greyhounds have not only made their opportunities, but certainly cashed in on every chance that they've had near the end zone. And they're up 34-6 here with 3:22 left to go, and they're going to take a well-deserved victory back down Route 8 to Naugatuck.
Berger kicks off to D'Onofrio. D'Onofrio on the return for Ansonia as he gets up to the 37. A fumble on the play. Might have been after D'Onofrio was ruled down.
Ball recovered for Ansonia by number 39.
Greg Goomis fell on the football, so Ansonia holds on to the football as we wind things down. Let's go over the coaching staff for the Naugatuck Greyhounds under Coach Craig Peters. By the way, this is Craig's 14th year as the head coach of Naugatuck. Bobby Harrison, Kevin Moreland, Don Boland, freshman coaches Barry Steiber and Gary McEwen. For Ansonia under Coach Doug Morrell, Charlie Masada, who's the defensive coordinator, Don Bradley, the Reverend Don Bradley, Carl Larova, John Sponheimer, and Earl Stanley, the assistants under Coach Morrell. First down for Ansonia.
Ansonia has substituted freely here. They have an entire new group in there.
The quarterback is Joe Willits, sophomore, and that looks like it was Teddy Graham. That's who it was who carried the football. Chuck Bethan on the tackle for the Greyhounds. As the Greyhounds are substituting too, taking out one by one their seniors playing their final game for the Greyhounds. As we wrap things up and wind things down here at Ansonia's Jarvis Field, and the 86th meeting between these two fine high school programs and fine high schools, it will go to the Naugatuck Greyhounds. High formation on the 2nd and 10. That's Teddy Graham out of the tailback spot. He's dropped by Pryor, Steve Pryor, Jr. for the Greyhounds.
Eddie and I want to wish you all, we know you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. You're seeing this game a day later, but we hope you've had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we hope we can see you again with one more game, the Derby Immaculate football game, next week.
And that's going to be for the CIAC Class S Championship. Derby in that football game, Immaculate in the football game about a week and a half ago. Derby with their win over Amity qualified, and Immaculate in a similar position.
Ball carried by number 47, Maceo London.
Maceo London, the ball carrier for Ansonia, as you see a few of the disconsolate Ansonia players on the near sidelines. Matt Anzulis 6 foot, 195-pound senior, along with Sean Kosensky on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
There you see Craig Peters, who's done an outstanding job getting his football team ready to play not only this game but all season. As Eddie touched on, 8-2-1, an excellent, or not only an excellent, but a great record, having played some outstanding football all year long. And we've got a fire drill here, as Ansonia did not have a number of players on the field. They're trying to sneak a couple in at the end with 41 seconds left to go.
Illegal procedure, Ansonia.
And that'll be an illegal procedure penalty coming up against Ansonia. And the other side of the field, Naugatuck side, of course, understandably very elated over their big win. You get a shot of the huge crowd came down from Naugatuck to Ansonia's Jarvis Field. Back to punt the football for Ansonia will be Dave D'Onofrio's the backup. Check that. Marty Pelotowski, number 40, is the backup punter. And the football rolls dead right in front of us, right at the 49-yard line of the Greyhounds, with just 19 seconds to go. Naugatuck, no doubt, will just fall on the football, and this game will be history. There's another flag down on the field, and the officials will talk it over. Penalty's been declined, as you see in your picture. Indication by Jim Carey. And the Greyhounds take over after the Ansonia punt at their 49-yard line with, according to our scoreboard clock here at Jarvis Field, the clock ticking down, 14 seconds and ticking down. Our thanks also should mention for always his fine cooperation in providing us with the best facilities here at Ansonia. Talking about the athletic director, Sean Sutt, who always cooperates with us when we come into Ansonia to do a football game. There's the picture, there's the scene, and our final score of this football game, the 86th meeting between Ansonia and Naugatuck. It was the Naugatuck Greyhounds prevailing by a score of 34-6. Back with the post-game show right after these messages. Stay tuned for highlights of the Thanksgiving Day clash between the undefeated Derby Red Raiders and the 8-2 Shelton Gales. An estimated 11,000 spectators streamed into Shelton's Finn Stadium to witness the traditional Thanksgiving Day battle between the Derby Red Raiders and the Shelton Gales. Temperatures were in the 40s under sunny skies as Shelton Mayor Mike Picotta, school officials, and Director of Athletics Jim Bonanto inspected the condition of the field, muddied in parts by an all-day soaking rain. Derby entered the game unbeaten in 10 games and newly crowned as the Housatonic League champions, while Shelton came in with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses and a 6-2 mark in league action. The Gales defense set the tone for the day when defensive end Don Williams nailed Derby quarterback Chris King in the backfield on the game's first play from scrimmage. The Raiders, unable to move the football, punted the ball away with the Gales taking over at the Derby 45. Shelton quarterback Nick Verdicchio mixing in an occasional pass such as this screen to Matt Schwartz and utilizing the running of Tim Katz. And Tom Oko brought the football down to the 1-yard line. Nick Verdicchio scored on a quarterback sneak at the 5:37 mark of the first quarter. The extra point kick by Oko was wide. The score was Shelton 6, Derby nothing. Derby's Jim Lewis returned the ensuing kickoff to the Derby 40-yard line. Lewis carried the football for a first down. But the Raiders' offensive problems continued when Williams and defensive tackle Corey Vincent combined to sack King as he went back to throw. Again, Derby was forced to punt the football. Oko scooped up the football at his 32-yard line, made a cut at the 50-yard line, streaked down the right sideline for the Gales' second score of the game. A missed connection on the snap on the try for 2 points kept the score at Shelton 12, Derby nothing. In the second quarter, with the Gales marching, Derby linebacker Nick Rizzio intercepted a Verdicchio pass and returns it to the Shelton 40-yard line. On a fourth down play, Jim Lewis carries for a first down. But King, under pressure all day by the Shelton defense, was intercepted by the Gales' Brian Peterson on a sliding catch to stop the Derby threat. As the gun sounded ending the first half of play, the score remained Shelton 12, Derby nothing. The Gales received the second half kickoff, and on a sustained drive behind the outside running of Oko, and the inside running of Katz, mixed in with a key pass completion from Verdicchio to Captain Joe O'Patterney, brought the ball down to the Derby 8-yard line. Oko, on a pitch out from Verdicchio, rambled into the end zone for an apparent TD. Only to have an illegal procedure call nullify the score. With the drive stalled, Oko drilled a 26-yard field goal to extend the Shelton lead to 15-0. The 16-play, 70-yard scoring drive consumed nearly 7.5 minutes of play and put a cap on the scoring as the Derby Red Raiders were unable to mount any threat offensively in the second half. The Gales ended their season with a 9-2 record, 7-2 in the Housatonic League, while the Raiders, now with a record of 10 wins and 1 defeat, have a date with Immaculate of Danbury in the CIAC Class S Division title game.